Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dain here, and over the next few days I'm going to be giving you some very quick tips that you can start instituting now to create your life, to create money by being you. Number one, do it for the joy of it. What do I mean? Do what for the joy of it? Everything you possibly can. Even those things that you do them because you have to, find a way to bring joy to them. Money follows joy. I guess I should have led with that. Okay, so I'm starting over. Money follows joy. Do everything you possibly can for the joy of it. And just ask yourself, am I doing it for the joy of it? Or am I doing it for some other reason? Am I doing it for the obligation? Because there's certain things you got to do, right? We all know that. Well, what if you do it with a sense of joy? What if you do it purposely to bring joy to it and see what starts to unlock and show up and melt into possibilities in your life? That's tip number one. See you soon for tip number two. Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dain. Tip number two for creating money from your very being. Do at least one thing a day that brings you joy. Do one thing a day that nurtures your body, nurtures your being, nurtures your soul, and nurtures you. If you do, that compounds day after day, and it is a very easy choice to make. It's just when we get stuck and we don't think that we can, we start feeling like everything in our life is not about us. When you start to bring it back to just one thing a day for you, and if you have time, do lots of things a day for you. My suggestion is do at least one thing a day for you that lasts at least 15 minutes to an hour, and take one day a week to nurture you and do something fun. Okay, since most of you aren't going to do that last one, at least one thing a day for you, and start to notice what changes. Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dain. Tip number three for creating money with ease by being you. Put 10% of every dollar that comes in, put it away as an honoring of you, and do not spend it. What? Yeah, what you're saying is most people honor their bills and they pay their bills first. What you're saying is I actually honor myself. You pay yourself first, even if the bills have to wait a little bit. And what happens is that money accumulates. You will get to a certain amount of money. For some people, it's $1,000. For some people, it's 10. For some people, it's 50,000. But you get to a certain amount of money where all the stress around money ceases. And the other thing that you'll start learning is how to actually have money. So put 10% away as an honoring of you. Put 10% of every dollar that comes in away as an honoring of you, and do not spend it. And take it out periodically and roll around naked in it. Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dain. Tip number four for creating money by being you is to take the amount of money. If you were totally rich, you had all the money in the world you could ask for, how much cash would you have in your pocket at all times? What I'd like you to do, if you heard tip number three about putting 10% away, the first part of that 10% goes into you putting cash into your wallet. That is the amount. For some people, it's like $300. For some people, it's $500. For some people, it's $1,000. And what you do is you put that in your wallet or your purse. And now you go, you buy groceries and whatever, and you look and you have $500 there that you're choosing not to spend. There's a wonderful secret in this. It starts to get you used to having money. And you start to feel like somebody who has money, rather than it just being about you're somebody who spends all their money. So take the amount of money a rich person would have if you were rich, keep it in your wallet, and do not spend it. Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dain. Tip number five for creating money by being you. Here's what you want to do. When you notice yourself feeling weird about money, or you have a situation that seems to involve money or spending or saving or business or something like that come up, and you get really weird, you want to ask yourself, who am I being? Where did I learn this? Like, who did I learn this from? Because what we do is most of our points of view about money are things that we picked up from people we grew up around. And guess who you grew up around? Especially your parents. And so we tend to function energetically very similar to the way they do. The beginning of undoing that is actually to acknowledge it. Acknowledge, oh, I'm being just like my mom here. I'm being just like my dad. I'm being like my grandfather. I'm being the pervasive energy that was in my family. And what that does is it starts to let you have the awareness that will then allow you to change it. Stay tuned for the next tip, which is where I tell you how to change it. Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dain. Welcome to tip number 6 for creating money by being you. Remember on tip number 5 when I said notice when you have weird stuff come up, when you feel sort of twisted in your guts or whatever, and ask, who am I being right now? And that's an acknowledgement. Well, how do you change it when you realize, wow, I'm actually being like somebody else. I'm being just like my mom. What you want to do is go POC and POD all that. POC and POD. You can go to theclearingstatement.com where I explain the whole thing. Takes about 20 minutes, but I've only got 30 seconds left. Anytime any weird energy comes up, any twist in your guts, any place where you feel like you're disappearing, you can't handle the conversation, you can't handle the situation, just go everything that is POC and POD. Everything that is POC and POD, everything that is POC and POD. 1 to 3 times. And what you'll notice is over time it will start to change. Now, here's the fun part. You don't even have to know what you're changing. You don't have to know where it came from. The choice to change it and asking for the POC and POD is what does it. Have fun.